I'm fairly certain that this will be the last video I make in this little, like, introducing my new Enclosure series. This one is all about how much they cost. If that's not something you're interested in, just you can click away right now and go pick something else to watch. But I did want to talk about the cost of these enclosures because it's something not a lot of people talk about when it comes to reptile keeping, how expensive it can be, especially if you keep a lot. So while some people may see like talking about the prices of something as like gloating, I think when it comes to reptile keeping, if you talk about the price of caring for them, I think it's educational because a lot of people might not realize how expensive it can be. So if you don't like that, or if you think I'm being boastful or something, I can assure you that's not where it's coming from on my end. I would like to have had this cost less, but it didn't, obviously. So if that's how you feel, I totally understand. Just maybe this might not be the video for you. Another reason why I talk about this is because back in 2018, when I last upgraded my Leopard Gecko enclosures, which was to my Gecko bookshelves that I actually no longer have any of, and they are for sale actually, so if you want one, hit me up with an email. My email address is down in the comments below, or in the description below. It's bright. You might have regretted this decision. I know, you might regret this decision. It's kind of bright over here, Sonny. So this is Viserion. This is my Lemon Frost. He has a facial tumor. I'll include a video about him up here. But he's one of the geckos that got an upgrade. He's in a 36 by 18 by 12. And if you want to see him and all the other geckos in particular, I will have a playlist about all these videos down below. The very first video where I show off these enclosures, you'll get to see Viserion's enclosure up close. And some footage of him, I'm sure. But I want to talk about how much they cost, so that's what we're going to do now, even though Viserion is so cute and distracting. I'm just going to go down categorically and talk about how much each thing cost, and we're going to start with what was obviously the most expensive, which was just buying the enclosures in general. So I have 31 leopard gecko enclosures, and then one of the other enclosures I purchased was really big, and it was for my White's tree frogs. I'm going to deduct the cost of that from the overall cost of the enclosures because I want to be like specific about this being for leopard geckos, but just know I actually paid more. And I also upgraded my bearded dragons, Aaron's blue tongue skink, my tiger salamander, my red-eyed crocodile skink, my fire belly toads. Like, there's been a lot of upgrades this year. So this is just a portion of what I spend on the reptiles, and this is just a leopard gecko portion. So for just the enclosures for the leopard geckos, it was about $3,200. In total, I spent like $36.78, but again, I'm like subtracting 400-ish for the White's tree frog enclosure. I can't remember how much it was now because I just obviously they all had one cumulative cost, so I don't remember the exact cost, but I know it was the most expensive enclosure because it was the biggest. Right? Your White's tree frog brothers get big enclosure? Told you, his cuteness was going to distract me. But he wanted to come out. Here, you want to walk on my shoulder? Yesterday in my live stream, you walked on my shoulder and then you crawled down to my back. So can I trust you to walk on just my shoulder? Here you are. Okay, back to it. So the heat tape was $219 and the connection cables were $34. So the heat tape is what obviously heats the enclosures. I have a video all about that. I'll include up here. And then the connecting cables are what allow you to actually make it connect to electricity. So you absolutely need those. So my thermostats cost me $804. I bought 4 Herbstat 2s. So pretty pricey, but definitely worth it because they are like top of the line reptile thermostats in this industry. So getting rid of those like, you know, little Century and Jumpstart ones for, sorry, I keep looking at Viserion. Getting rid of like the more cheapy thermostats that are not as trustworthy and reliable and don't have as many functions is definitely something that you need to do once you have a lot of reptiles and upgrade enclosures and stuffs. Oh, I have it all written down, so I'm just going to read off of it. So I bought manzanita driftwood. Oh, look, Mira came out. I bought manzanita driftwood 3 times because I bought like 2 orders and then ran out of manzanita, so I had to buy more, so that was always fun. And so the first order was $203, the second one was $124, and the last one was $144. I also had a couple orders from Josh's Frogs for like cholla wood and magnaturals plants and things like that, and that was $165 for the first order and $59 for the second order. I also placed orders on Amazon for like kitchen cabinet liner and for hygrometers and thermometers and things like that, and that was $48 for one order, $96 for another order, $27 for another order, $10 for another order, and $56 for another order. Hi, it's Editing Jessica coming to you looking very tired because I just woke up. I actually spent like another couple $100 on Amazon because I had to get more fake plants because I wasn't happy with how the backs looked of some of the enclosures. So anyways, goodbye. And then I did order cork bark from Petco because all the expos are closed. So the availability for cork, usually I get my cork in bulk from expos, but there's no expos because of COVID. Petco has actually really affordable cork bark. I don't like supporting Petco, but like I was in a pinch. So I know that Josh's Frog sells like cork in bulk, but some of their cork is really, really big and I needed some smaller pieces because not all the enclosures would have been able to fit that. And I know that when you order from Petco, they can give you like a decent size that can fit in like a smaller enclosure. And their cork rounds are only $6. So it's really hard to beat that. It was $89 for one order, $11 for another order, $109 for another order, and $63 for another order. And then my calcium dishes are from Strudy's, which is a shop on Etsy, and that order was $41. And then I had to get Substrate from the Bio Dude because I had a whole mishap with what I had planned in the beginning. I talked about that in my video where I showed off the decor in the enclosure. And so the Bio Dude orders were $99 and $49. Hi, Mira. Oh gosh, no, Viz, come back. Oh, no, no, no. Viz! Ugh, I knew you were gonna do it to me. I knew you were gonna do it to me. Come sit. There we are. Okay, back to business. At Home Depot, I bought washed play sand and topsoil that I wasn't even able to use. That came to like $30 or $40, I can't remember. And then I had to rent a U-Haul to go pick them up. That was, I think I gave $40 for the U-Haul because I had to pay a little bit extra just in case there was a problem. And then I also had to pay for gas for for my brother-in-law who was driving. That was like $120 altogether. And then when you add all that up, it comes out to Sir, I'm trying to do the big reveal of the number. When you add all that up, it comes out to almost $6,000. $5,888.36. Y'all are expensive. Yeah, I'm looking at you. Expensive children. And again, that's just for the leopard gecko enclosures. So I want to reiterate that keeping reptiles is expensive, and even if you just have a few reptiles, if you end up, doing above and beyond over time, you will have spent a lot of money on upgrading enclosures and trying out new things. Like if you were to try the bioactive route, that can be expensive for initial setups. And if you build your own enclosures or if you buy them, like there's just costs that go into that. A lot of different factors. And so I want to reiterate that even though these guys are small and they might be cheap at like a pet store, long-term care for them can be costly. And like leopard geckos aren't really expensive compared to some reptiles, but I do have 30 of them. So definitely plays a part in how expensive they can be, having multiple of them. I also wanted to prove that no matter how many reptiles you have, you can do above and beyond for them. So I upgraded 31 enclosures at once because I wanted to show that financially and time-wise, it is something that is possible. If I can do it, anybody else can. I paid for all the enclosures outright. I didn't get sponsored for them. Nothing like that. It's possible. If it's possible for me to do it in this hellish 2020, I think it's possible for anyone to do it. You ready to go back home? I'm finished filming. I'll say bye to everybody. Focus on him, not me, fools. Oh, it's not going to. I wanted to show off your super pretty eyes, but they're not going to let me. So, thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you found it informational and insightful. If you would like to, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. I'd be happy to have you. And I will see you guys in the next one. And maybe Viserion will be there, maybe not. We'll just wait and see. He's been pretty active in these new enclosures, so I get to see him like every day when I come in here. Where you going? You're gonna drop. You're lucky my hand was there. I will always catch you. Bye everyone.